In the second round that followed, Luke secured an easy victory. Thanks to this, the finalists were confirmed to be Luke and Helmut. In the next scene, we see Luke walk into Helmut's room. Our boy was surprised to see him. He noticed that Luke seemed worried. The boy revealed to Helmut that the second prince is coming there. He said that the second prince is coming to encourage the finalists of the tournament. Luke was certain that the second prince was coming to see him. Helmut asked him about why the second prince wants to see him. The boy said that the second prince must know that he is the grandson of the divine swordsman. He explained to Helmut that the second prince wants to recruit him in order to gain the support of the Palma Knights, because the support of the Palma Knights equals legitimate royal succession in Basor. Helmut now understood the situation. Currently, the captain of the Palma Knights supports the first prince. If the second prince tries to bring Luke in, it will upset the captain's position. Luke told Helmut that he is right. He said that the meeting is too awkward for him because he owes the captain a lot. The moment he said this, Luke realized something. He asked our boy about how he knows about the situation. Helmut reminded him that he once said that he is good at gathering information. Luke told him that he can't just run away since the prince is coming. He asked our boy if he can make up some excuse for him. The moment he said this, the second prince appeared behind him and told him that he can come back later if he is busy. Luke was shocked to hear his voice. He immediately knew that he messed up. He quickly turned around and told the prince that it was a mistake. The prince asked him not to worry about it. He said that he completely understands. He told him that he simply enjoys teasing him. He said that the Darien he knew was always so stern and stoic. He told Luke that he sometimes finds it hard to believe that he is his descendant. Helmut did not expect to hear this. He asked the prince to tell him the kind of person the divine swordsman was. The prince asked him if he is curious. He told Helmut that his match was quite impressive. He commended his incredible skills. He revealed to our boy that he only met Darien a few times when he was young. He said that he remembers how loyal and dependable Darien was. The strength he saw within Darien's eyes embodied the spirit of Basor. Helmut was surprised to hear this. The prince asked Helmut if his interest in Darien's grandson was also out of curiosity. Luke asked the prince to tell him how much of their conversation he heard. The prince laughed when he heard this. He told him that he didn't want to interrupt their important discussion. He asked Helmut if there is anything else that he is curious about. Luke asked the prince not to share too much information with Helmut. He said that our boy knows too much. He said that Helmut is a divine swordsman stalker. The prince told him that Helmut does not seem like he is digging into things with malicious intent. He asked him not to worry about it. He explained to him that a swordsman's heart is reflected in how they wield their blade. Our boy's sword seeks strength. It is pure and untainted. The prince said that it is not strange that Helmut is fascinated with the divine swordsman. Helmut told the second prince that he is better than Luke. The prince laughed when he heard this. He asked our boy if he would consider working with him. Helmut quickly declined his offer. The prince did not expect him to be so cold to royalty. He shook Helmut's hand and wished for him to have a great match in the finals. He informed our boy that it will be good for him to learn more about the kind of person the divine swordsman was. The prince shook Luke's hand and told him that he will summon him after the finals so that they can talk in detail. The boy became worried. He asked the prince if he is going to call for him. The prince asked him if this is a problem. Luke did not expect this. He reminded the prince that he said that he understood the situation. He explained to him that he and the captain will be put in an awkward position if he appears in public with him. With a serious look on his face, the prince informed Luke that it is a matter concerning his safety. The boy was surprised to hear this. Helmut also seemed surprised. The prince turned around and told Luke that this is all he needs to know for now. He told him that he will discreetly send someone to call for him. He asked him not to worry about the prying eyes. He asked Luke to take care. He walked out of the room. Luke let out a sigh. Our boy told him that he and the prince seemed pretty close even though he was worried about him. Luke explained to him that the prince is quite approachable despite his status. He said that he sees the prince as a great person, but the situation of things makes it difficult to be close to him. Helmut advised Luke to accept the second prince's invitation. The boy did not expect to hear this. He asked our boy if he heard what he said. Helmut told him that no one else will take responsibility for his life. He explained to him that if he is always dragged along by the situation, he will lose himself when the situation abandons him. While he was talking, Luke could feel the aura of someone around him. He could feel the aura of his grandfather. He asked Helmut if he knows something about what is happening. He asked our boy to tell him what the life-threatening matter is. Helmut advised him to simply do what he can. He told him that he will also do his best. Luke was still quite worried. Helmut walked towards the exit. He advised Luke to flirt with some girls to ease the pressure of the finals. Luke was annoyed to hear this. He told our boy that he is not that kind of person. Our boy wished that Luke understood how dangerous his position was. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the lodge. We see Helmut step into his room. Mikhail welcomed him back and asked him if he enjoyed his conversation with the second prince. Helmut could not believe what he was hearing. He did not understand how Mikhail was able to find out. He said that he is not surprised anymore. Mikhail told him that he will always end up knowing the moves of someone as prominent as the prince, whether he wants to or not. Helmut took off his coat and placed it on the bed. Mikhail told him that he heard something interesting today. He asked our boy if he is interested in hearing about it. He asked him if he has ever heard of someone called Leighton. Helmut told him that this is his first time hearing the name. Mikhail revealed to him that Leighton was the greatest blacksmith in the West several decades ago. Not only was he the greatest blacksmith, but he was also the most fussy one. He wouldn't forge a sword unless he personally acknowledged the person. Helmut said that Leighton sounds like a unique person. Mikhail revealed to our boy that he met a blacksmith named Kevin today. He is Leighton's apprentice. Kevin told Mikhail that Leighton had 3 masterpieces that he considered his finest. These masterpieces were all forged in one day. It was as if Leighton was possessed. The 3 identical swords were made in succession. The swords were all products of Baysore, and all 3 were presented to the royal family. But only one was ever given to someone for personal use. The sword remained with that person for life. Mikhail told Helmut that Kevin said that his sword is strikingly similar to one of Leighton's masterpieces. Our boy did not say anything. Mikhail said that the sword looks similar to the only sword that ever left the royal family's possession. This is the sword of Darien de Pert. The moment he said this, Helmut drew his sword and pushed him down in an instant. With a terrifying look on his face, Helmut advised Mikhail to be very careful with his next words. Mikhail became scared. He realized that he struck a nerve. With a shaky tone in his voice, he asked Helmut to let him go so that they can talk. He said that it is hard for him to breathe. Our boy let him go. Mikhail said that he doesn't understand why he is so desperate to keep this a secret. He told Helmut that he doesn't have any intention of going around blabbing about it. He revealed to our boy that the blacksmith will soon be dealt with by his trusted men. This means that only he and Helmut will know the secret. Helmut asked him if he wants him to be indebted to him. Mikhail reminded him that he doesn't like debts. He told our boy that he didn't even dig up this information by himself. The blacksmith came to him on his own and told him about it. Mikhail asked Helmut to consider this a sign of goodwill. He said that he will let his secret stay a secret. He promised our boy that it won't leak out. Helmut glared at him. He decided to trust Mikhail. He turned around and asked the boy to make sure that it never leaks out. Mikhail smiled when he heard this. He said that he was seriously terrified. He said that the pressure a finalist exudes is on another level. Since the situation was already like this, Mikhail asked Helmut about his relationship with the divine swordsman. Our boy revealed to him that he is Darien's disciple. Mikhail could not believe that the divine swordsman had a disciple. He was quite happy to see that he has been sharing a room with the disciple of the divine swordsman. Upon seeing how he reacted, Helmut realized that Mikhail will be noisy for a while. With a smile on his face, Mikhail asked our boy if he learned from Darien before or after he disappeared. He wanted to ask Helmut for the reason he came to Baysore, but our boy cut him off. He asked Mikhail to start thinking about how he is going to pretend not to know him. Mikhail quickly became calm. He asked Helmut if something is going to happen. Our boy put his sword back into its sheath and didn't respond. Mikhail told him that he has no intention of getting more involved. He said that he needs to pack his things in advance because his stamina won't hold up if he leaves in a rush. Helmut turned to his sword and said that he had no idea that it was famous. He always believed that it was just a sharp sword. He asked Mikhail about why no one recognized the sword if it is famous. The boy said that it actually makes sense. He explained to Helmut that the sword originally belonged to the royal family. Apart from the royal family, no one else would have seen the sword. Also, the sword looks ordinary on the outside. Nobody can understand it if they are not an expert. Mikhail advised Helmut not to flaunt his sword in front of the king or any of the princes. He asked our boy about how he is preparing for the finals. He told him that he seems quite wary of Luke. Helmut said that he was never wary of him. The moment he said this, our boy realized that tomorrow is the day that he finally gets to cross swords with Luke. He hoped that the fight won't have an anticlimactic ending. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the desert. We see a man wearing a priest uniform in the desert. The man went down on his knees and grabbed some sand. He poured it back on the ground after taking it. Immediately he did this, the sand in front of him began to go down. It was as if something was sucking the sand. Something came out of the sand and stood in front of the priest. It was a giant scorpion with an orb on its head. The priest put his hand into his clothes and took out an orb. The orb shined brightly. The orb on the monster's head also shined brightly. The monster moved close to the priest. He called it a good boy. He was relieved to see that the monster still remembers its master. With a smile on his face, the priest told the scorpion that it is time for it to get up. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the arena. We see people cheering for the final match. The announcer welcomed everyone to the glorious grand finale. He said that the young genius of the Palma Knights who carries the future of Basor would be going against another genius of unknown origins. Helmut said that he feels like he is being cast as the villain. Luke asked him not to worry about it. He told him that it is just for the audience. Helmut asked him if he doesn't feel like it is a bit burdensome. He explained to him that the backlash will be severe if he loses after being hyped up. Luke was annoyed to hear this. He told our boy that he has a talent for getting on people's nerves. He asked him not to come begging him for the prize money when he wins. The boys placed their hands on their swords. They were asked to start the match. The moment they heard this, Luke took a stance. Helmut noticed that he looked exactly like his master. He was quite surprised. He felt happy to be facing this sword technique again. It reminded him of his time in the Forest of Roots. In the sky, we see a bird flying above the arena. Mikhail noticed the bird. While it was circling round the arena, the bird dropped something. Helmut and Luke were not aware that the bird dropped something. They charged at each other. Before their swords could clash, they sensed something coming towards them. The two boys quickly looked up. They moved away from each other. The thing landed in their midst. Everyone was surprised to see that something fell from the sky. They all quickly stood up to see what it was. Helmut and everyone in the arena were shocked to see the upper half of a human body in front of them. Helmut quickly looked up. A man screamed when he saw the bird coming towards them. He announced that it was a monster. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want more of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.